Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming onto my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm just growing this channel and I hope that it reaches more people because I feel the information on here could be very useful, and that is my goal. So the topic of this video is how to cleanse, clear, and protect yourself from entities. Entities being energies you feel that have taken over your space or someone else's space that you do not feel belong there and that you would like to go. So oftentimes it could be as simple as telling the energy to leave instead of just remaining in fear and being afraid and concerned. You could simply just tell it, it is time for you to go. I acknowledge your presence, but you do not belong here. Leave now. So, using trust and conviction in your manner, in your speech, your intentions, your thoughts, and whatever protocols you use could be very helpful. Usually, entities, lower vibrational entities, are already aware that they're causing some kind of disturbance and feed off of our fear because it's fun and maybe it gives them a sense of being in control of us. But we can't consent to that if we don't want them there. So it's key to not be afraid. Instead, cultivate an atmosphere of love and peace where you remain in your integrity and knowingness of your power, your spiritual power, your light power, your power to love, to want to understand, and to ultimately shift the situation so that it's not creating fear or discord anymore. These entities will be more likely to stop their shenanigans when they realize they can't feed off of our fear anymore. It stops being fun. I mean, listen to how I'm presenting this message to you in this video. It's not that serious, and I'm remaining fairly light, and I feel light as I'm suggesting these things. That's sort of the way you want to approach coming into an environment where an entity exists that you don't want to be there. Don't be so heavy about it, if you can help it, because it's the lightness that will dissolve the heaviness. And it will take the entity out of their empowered place and state of being once they see it's not really affecting you that much. And you're above it. You know that you can affect it. And that's our goal. I also believe that there are instances where entities are somewhere, it could even be a part of us where they reside, and we don't realize it until we really tap into that. But let's say, for example, an external environment, there's an entity that is not really there to feed off of your fear intentionally. Maybe they are a lost being. Maybe they have been misguided, misled. Maybe they don't know where they are, how they got there. But it's important to ask these questions to learn more about them. How did you get here? Why are you here? What do you want? Can I assist you? We have the opportunity to facilitate love for the entity. And if it wants to be helped, what an incredible position that puts us in to guide it to be a more light-centered being and to not be causing any harm or discord. So we could be a way shower as to how it could exist in peace and maybe become even a part of our team. where we are able to work together and utilize each of our own unique gifts and skills and apply them in unity. This entity is no longer something we're trying to force away or are something that we are against and showing separation with, but rather something we can make inclusive and use as a force of good once they know how to do that through our demonstration and teaching. If the entity is not willing to change its behavior for the better and or agree to leave, then some things you can do are speak protocols. You could write protocols on index cards if it helps you to remember specific protocols. You could activate the armor of God. You could call on your spiritual support system, your guides and angels, your higher self, yourself as an ascended master. You could call on beings of love and light. You could call on any deities, animals, spirit guides that you resonate with and whom feel like a very powerful, supportive presence in your life. It could be dragons, fairies, whatever. Another tool is using your imagination and visualization. So you could visualize light coming into the environment and dissipating any darkness that you feel or sense. You could envision the darkness dissolving. You could envision any colors, symbols, geometric light codes. You can imagine and feel into your spirit guides and other powerful presences in the environment, assisting in the process of communicating to the entity, sending it any information or energy that it needs, and then guiding it away. Some tools that you could use to assist you in this cleansing and clearing process include sage, white sage. I've also heard of blood sage, but I have not used that before. You would light it on fire, create a lot of smoke in the environment. If it's a room, just infuse the room with a ton of smoke. And while you're doing this, walking around with the smoke, speak to the entity whatever you wish or ask of it, and stay in your integrity, communicate, consume the room with smoke, leaving all windows and doors closed for however long you feel. I would personally probably leave the entity contained in the smoke for at least an hour. Return and air out the room when you feel the smoke has altered the entity or dissolved the negative energy. There's also Florida water. There are crystals for trapping or capturing the entity. Crystals, if you were to do this, I haven't done it personally, but it would have to be a very thoughtful disposal process after you've trapped the entity in a crystal. I wouldn't let others touch it or come into any contact with it. Use your common sense. Maybe place it in a black bag, tie it up, dispose of it in a dumpster away from the location. Maybe bury it in dirt, again, away from the location, in a forest somewhere grounding and purifying. Maybe even drop the crystal in the ocean. I don't know. Another tool is music. Music is frequency. Energies have different frequencies. All we're doing is transmuting the energy. So if you have a lower vibrational energy stuck or not wanting to leave an environment that you're in, that you would prefer to be of a higher vibrating energy, you need to bring in higher vibrating energies. And what are those energies? They're the energies of love, kindness, joy, peace, compassion, but in the form of something more fluid and creative. Apply music. So there's classical music, and we all know how we feel when we listen to classical music. There's just something about it that is of a higher vibration. Also, heart frequency music. You know, if you have a Bluetooth speaker, you could bring into the room and just play very loud heart frequency music that you can find on YouTube anywhere, or classical music, some kind of sounds. Let those sounds permeate the room. The lower vibrational energies will dissolve in the higher vibrational environments. Your job is to create an environment in which you claim is yours and not theirs, and then to infuse that environment with your embodiment of loving kindness for all, raising the frequency through high vibrating music. Play the music loud so it penetrates. Simultaneously, use any essential oil sprays, holy water, incense, herbs, instruments like drums or rattles, crystals, mantras, and affirmations. All of these are tools that you can make truly unique to your situation. Use your intuition to guide you. You have all of the answers. Once you feel the entity has left and you've transmuted the situation, express gratitude to yourself, to your spiritual support system, to the entity for it being both your student and teacher. What an interesting lesson and experience to have this exchange. Be grateful that you learned and you were a problem solver. And then I would advise that you cleanse and clear yourself, your body, any belongings that were near you in this environment, your car keys, maybe even your car. It never hurts to take extra precautions. Again, let your intuition guide you and tell you what's needed in any given moment. Remember that you are a sovereign being with the ability to shift and transform the energies in your life, as well as within yourself especially. You own your body. You have control over what it receives, what it gives out, and the approach you take to both. That is your power, and it defines the quality of your life. Your consciousness is the filter that eliminates what does not serve you. Stay tuned in and apply your alchemical abilities wherever they're needed. And also remember to embody your light and know you are more powerful than energies creating fear and discord. I really hope that this information has been helpful. Feel free to share it with anybody you think may need to hear it. Other people you could find on YouTube and whom also have their own websites that I would recommend that also talk about energy work, healing, empowerment, the body deva, spirit guides, also dealing with entities and activating the armor of God. People I would recommend: Amanda Ellis, Mark Bajerski, Christina Lopes, Colette Barron-Reed, Alea Dow, Dr. Sue Morter, and Aluna Ash, also known as Ashley Campbell. Thank you so much.